Yeah, hello there, and welcome back. And let us continue with our lesson over here. And the next step, let us go to our register screen. And what we would like to do over here is we would like to go and add the back button over here so we can go back from here instead of going from the login screen. And for that, let's open up our register screen over here, and in the register screen let's go on to the top app bar. And in the top app bar what we have is we have the navigation icon over here, right? So what we need to do is we need to use the navigation icon, and inside this what we will check is we want to add the back button over here. So for that what we'll do is let's go on to the top over here, and I'll create a new variable over here, well, and I can say the can naviga to navigate back, which we can get it from the nav controller dot the previous backtrack entry is not equals to the null over here. So once we have the previous backtrack is not equal to the null, what we can do now is we can go over here and now we can check for the condition. So that will be of the if the can navigate back. So if we can navigate back, we will go and add the icon button over here. And icon button, we will just go and say that the on click, what we will do over here is nav controller dot the navigate up over here. So navigate naviga to navigate up over here. So you can see that once you click on this one, it attempts to navigate up the navigation hierarchy suitable when the user presses the up button, right? Mark with the left or the start facing arrow over here. So we want to use the navigate back from the nav controller, and the previous backtrack entry will the previous visible nav backtrack entry, right? So this is what we want to get. So returns the previous visible entry of the backtrack or null if the backtrack has the less than the two visible entries. So if there is a less than the two visible entries on the backtrack, it will return us the null. So once we have this icon button, we will go and add the icon over here, and the icon will be the, let's go and add it properly over here. And for this one, let's go and say this is of the back, and this will be of the, we will use the icons icons dot the field, and then I can just use the arrow back or something, arrow arrow back over here. And now I guess that should be fine, and let's try to go and restart our application over here. Let's try to restart the application, and let's wait and see over here. And now let's go to the register screen over here, and now we get the back button. So now we can go back from the register screen over here with this particular back button over here. That's cool. And now once we go inside the login screen, what we want to do over here is once we click on this particular system back button over here, and we will go back to the login screen, and what we want to do is once we log in, we want to clear this particular backtrack entry over here. So which means that once we go to the home screen, and if we click to the back button over here, we don't want to come back to the login screen. So let's go, and what we'll do over here is let's go back to our nav bottom nav graph, but actually we should rename this to a different one, but let's just keep it as it is for now. And let's go on to the top over here. Let's create the navigation stack over here. So for that, I'll go and create the navigation itself over here. And with this navigation, I can put in the start destination, and then also I need to put in the route. So this will create the navigation stack for us. and then the route, let's say this is for the auth over here, and let's open the curly brace over here. And now with the start destination, what we can do is we can start to the login login over here. And with this navigation, it will construct for us the nested navigation graph. And what we can do now is we can move this one, right? So we can move this one inside this nav graph over here, which is of the nested navigation graph over here. So now we have the nested navigation, and that will be of the route will be of the auth, and the start destination is login. So login is this particular page over here. And if you try to restart your application, we should still be able to open up that. And I guess we have some error over here. Let's try to restart the application, or let's try to rerun the application. And now we got the error. And for that, let's go to the logcat over here, and let's try to see what is the error over here. And here you will see that the navigation destination login is not the direct child of the nav graph over here. So this is the error. This is the start destination. Now we should put the route of this particular should be of the auth, not the login. So once it goes to the route of the auth, then it will start the destination for us, which is of the login over here. So what we need to do is we can just restart the application, and now you can see that we got the login over here, and now we can register, and we can come back, and now we can log in, and we'll go back over here. And what we want to do is once we log in from here, we want to clear that particular backstack. So once we log in, once we click on the back button, we don't want to come back to this particular screen over here. And for that, let's go to our login screen over here. And once we click on the login button over here, so let's try to arrange this one properly over here. What we want to do is once we log in over here, we want to navigate to the home screen, as well as we want to clear out all of the backstack entry over here. So on click, let's try to arrange this one properly over here. Let me try to arrange this one as well, and let's try to close it over here, and let's try to arrange this one properly. So in the on click over here, we have the text of the login, and what we need to do over here is with this nav controller.navigate, we can use the lambda expression, which gives us the nav option builder over here. So I can just say pop to the route, and the route will be of the auth. We want to pop to the route of the auth, as well as we can open up the pop up to the builder, which is the lambda expression, and we have the option of the inclusive, and this will give us the true over here. So what we are doing over here is to pop up to the given destination before navigating. So we want to pop on to this particular route before navigating to this particular home route, as well as inclusive whether to pop the destination should be popped from the backstack. So whether this auth route also should be popped, which means that inclusive equals to true, which means that this particular route of the auth also should be popped up from our backstack entry. So let's try to go and restart our application, and now we'll go back to the login from here. And now once I click on this particular button, we are back to the main screen over here. So we don't have the backstack over there, or we are not going back to the login screen anymore. So that's pretty cool over here. And now if you go back to the let's go back to our bottom nav graph. You should actually rename this one to a different name. And here now we have created the nested navigation graph over here. And once we pop up this particular route, all of this route will be cleared from the backstack, so we don't have to clear it manually. So once we remove this auth route from the backstack, all of this nested navigation or the navigation graph from here will be removed for us. So that's pretty cool. And you can also create the another navigation graph over here and put all of those this particular the button navigation, the route inside that particular navigation graph in this way. So let's go and create the navigation itself over here, and we have the start destination, and then we will also have the route over here. And let's go and have the builder over here, and let's go and cut this section from here, and we will put inside this navigation graph. So in this way you can group all of the navigation inside the nested navigation graph over here. So for the start, what we can give is you can just give any name. So let's say the start destination will be of this particular route, right? So this will be our start destination, and then the route you can just give a main from here. And now if you go back to the login screen, from here you don't have to go to the home, you have to go to the main from here. And let's try to restart our application over here. And if I go to the login, now I will go back to the home as well. So now we have created the another navigation graph, that is the main route will be of the main over here. And also we can add the another screen. So let's go and create the new package, and that will be of the product product over here. And I'll just move this particular product screen inside this particular product over here. And now let's go and copy this one, and let's create the new screen over here, that will be of the product detail screen over here, DETAIL. And I guess we have to rename this one DETAIL detail. So DETAIL, so product detail screen as well. And this one will be of the product DETAIL detail over here. And let's go down, and what we can do over here is we have the column, and this will be of the product detail. I guess this will be of the detail over here. And now we don't want to have this particular the button navigation over there, as well as we don't want to have all of these actions over there. And here I guess we just want to have the we want to go back from here, not this particular icon over here. So what we will do over here is let's go and copy the code from here. We want to have the can navigate back from here, and let's product detail, and let's go and paste it over here. And let's also copy the code that we can have with the navigation. If we can navigate, then we'll show that particular screen over there. So in the should be of the product detail screen, and in the navigation icon I'll just go and paste that particular code over here, and I guess that should be fine. So if we can navigate back, we should be able to navigate using this particular top app bar icon, which is of the back button. Let's try to go to the product detail over here, and we will add the button over here. So for that, let's just copy this particular code from here, and let's go back to this particular, and let's go and paste it below over here, not here. Yeah, it should be on the product screen. And we want to go to the let's go to the another route. So currently we don't have, so let's go to the product DETAIL product detail route, and we don't want to clear all of those from here. So that will be just we just will say that we want to go to the product detail product detail from here. And we currently don't have this particular the nav over here, or the navigation graph. So what we need to do is let's go over here, and let's create the new one over here, that will be of the, you can either create the another nested navigation inside, that is also fine, or else you can also add the new route here, or else you can also add the new route out of this particular navigation graph. So let's say we want to add a here, that is also possible. So you can just navigate over here, and this will be route will be of the, we have the PRODUCD product detail over here. And now I can go to the PRODUCD product detail screen over here, and that should be fine. So let's try to restart our application over here, and let's try to go to login, and we'll go to the home, and let's go to the product, and now let's go to the product detail over here. And now we have this particular back button, and now I can just go and pop that particular route, and we are back to the product detail over here again. And I guess that's all for this lesson, and we will continue with our navigation with upcoming up lecture. Till then, have a great day.